All right, so now we're going to use stats models to run an ordinary least squares regression of closing price onto the square foot total. So what this is going to look like, look a little like, so let's do a scatter first. So we'll use pie plot for the scatter for our x. Our x is going to be the square foot total. So square foot total. And our y is going to be our current price. I'm sorry, our close price. This is current price. We wanted close price. Close price. So I'm going to change all of that. We want to close in this specific data set. They don't differ, or they don't. There's the difference between them is pretty small. They're basically the same thing for this data set. But anyway, so here is our square foot total. It's on the x-axis. The y-axis is our close price. Another way to do this, let's do a Seaborn instead. Let's do a Seaborn scatter plot. Let's say x is going to be square foot total. Our y is going to be our close price. And our data is going to be our data frame. So now we're doing it with Seaborn instead of pie plot. So you can see it does seem fairly linear. If we change it and we do a reg plot, which is mainly what we're trying to do. So we're trying to, when we use ordinary least squares, we're trying to estimate the coefficients for this line. What line best fits through this data? So that's what we're going to do. So for this, we have an intercept, we have a slope. So let's so I'm going to go to the notepad, or to the whiteboard, so we can see it. So we're going to run an ordinary least squares regression. So we're going to use ordinary least squares regression, OLS. We're going to use it to estimate. So we're going to have closing price. So y is going to be our closing price, equal to, let's say, beta 0 plus beta 1 times x. These are i's, plus our error term. So we're trying to estimate closing price. We're trying to estimate close price using the square foot total. And we're using ordinary least squares to estimate our intercept and to estimate our slope. So as you saw, we have all this data. Opens up a little bit. We have all this data. We're trying to estimate our line that best fits through it. So where it intercepts on the y-axis on the close price, this is beta 0. This is the intercept. And the slope of this line is beta 1. So this is the slope that we're trying to estimate. So we're going to use stats models, ordinary least squares, in order to estimate this. So we'll actually use stats models in the next video. And then on eCampus, you have the advertising data set and the notes related to that, as well as another one for the credit data set. So that also shows some sample code on how to use it.